everybody.
Hello. Good evening.
Hopefully you all are having a good day, whatever time it is for you, whatever time in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening. So this is the first stream that we've had on a Wednesday. This is the first one that we've had on anything other than a Saturday or a Friday, right?
Yeah.
So we were just gonna try to do something on a Wednesday because I know Chris has mentioned that he will not be around on Saturday. So we thought we were gonna try moving around some of the stream times and figure out what works best. So thank you everybody for being flexible and hanging out with us.
Very flexible.
Yeah.
And depending on you, I know you guys were maybe going to do something Saturday. Depending on internet coverage out in the middle of Kansas, I might be able to pop on and say hi from the car.
I hope so.
We'll see. Yeah.
I can show off what I may or may not have bought at the toy show.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
Oh yeah, looking forward to those videos.
That'll be awesome. So we've got some people in the chat already. We got Salacious.
Hey, is Salacious not coming on?
I can send him the link.
Yeah.
Well, it's in the group anyway, isn't he? So.
Oh yeah. Okay. Hey, Rozef.
Rozef, how you doing?
Peggy's. I like that.
Peggy's.
What's up, Rozaf?
Hey, Scuba. Driving.
He's after dark for me. Hey, Scuba Pete. Hey, look, Scuba. I've got Michael Knight.
Hey, Josh. How's it going?
Awesome. Josh is here.
Yeah. Awesome.
The gang's all here.
So,
Lovely.
we were going to give some time at the beginning, but I did have some questions that I didn't let you guys know ahead of time.
Oh, you sneaky.
I know.
The advice of my attorney, I would like to plead the Fifth Amendment.
So just to get things rolling, especially since pretty soon we have the Bad Batch coming up. But what is the Star Wars show you're most excited for?
The one show. Ooh.
That's hard.
We can go clockwise if you want to start, Chris.
Okay. I'm really looking forward to the Bad Batch because I love the Clone Wars. I would like to see an extension of those. I also feel that it's going to be the A-Team in space, which was something I always wanted. Oh, that's a cool
Nice.
moment. But oddly, it might be Lando.
Ooh.
Because Lando could be a connecting tissue between the Bad Batch, Rebels, Solo, the Obi-Wan series, and Rogue One.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just don't know.
See that?
We don't know when it's going to be set, but we have to assume it's going to be set right around Solo, which was 3 or 4 years before A New Hope.
Yeah.
But we don't also know the structure of the show. I'm really hoping it's kind of like a Young Indiana Jones Chronicles, where old, get Billy D. Williams, and he's sitting in a bar.
Yeah.
And he's telling old stories.
That'd be
And
interesting.
then it goes back to
Flashes back to
Young, to Donald Glover, and he's having missions. And you could have the kid who played Han on. You could tie him.
I think it's going to basically be Solo too.
Yeah, and I think
that's what I think too. Yeah.
Solo.
I think it's going to continue where Solo left out. Yeah, me too.
Yeah, because he's doing his Lando Chronicles, isn't he, in Solo?
Yeah.
So, that kind of thing.
That would be cool. Yeah, they could. I like the idea of, because he was talking about the Solo Chronicles. I could see him as an adult playing those back. It'd have the ability Williams, like you said, and then like at the beginning of the episode, then it flashes back to the adventure that we're gonna watch. That would be cool. That would be cool.
Oh.
Hey, Matt.
Hey, Matt.
The Matt Network.
Well, I mean, they did have Harrison in for one episode of the Young Indiana Jones Chronicles.
They did, yeah.
Mostly it was that older dude who they erased when they moved it to DVD. But I think that'd be cool. You could shoot a whole bunch of openings with Billy D because he's not a young guy.
Mm-hmm.
and then work them into the show if you needed.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm kind of. It's odd because it's not even in pre-production.
Yeah.
But that's the one I'm kind of looking forward to.
Yeah, definitely.
Hey, Gary.
All right.
All right, Mark.
I'm going to go for the animated show. Not Bad Batch, not Droids. And I'm trying to remember what they actually call it. It's like the manga-esque
Visions.
Yep.
Star Wars
Visions. That's it. It's like a what if. I know Marvel are doing the what if, which I'm really looking forward to. But this is a Star Wars version, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
I haven't heard a lot about it, but I'm assuming that it will be. And I would like maybe six or 9 episodes of each movie as what if. That would be really good.
That'd be
They kind
cool,
of
yeah.
described it like what was happening around corners. Like we'd see the Star Wars trilogy from different characters' perspectives other than the main 3 people, which would be kind of cool. We could see whole battle of Endor from Admiral Akbar's point of view.
Well, though, that means we'll get a Tag and Bink episode.
Yes.
Yes.
There was the comics, weren't there?
Yeah,
That had the different timelines, the alternate universes, multiverse, if you like.
Yeah, Acolyte.
The Acolyte. That's
Acolyte. Yeah, that's an interesting one. All of them.
Yeah,
all of them. I want the Obi-Wan thing. I think that's a pretty good one.
Mm-hmm.
The Obi-Wan, get Anakin in there. Yeah, I think that's going to be a good show. Yeah.
Well, do you think it's odd that all of a sudden we're not hearing anything about the Cassian show at all, which is actually coming out first? We don't know any casting about it. We don't. I think
they just want to keep it secret as possible, just because that's what I think.
So that actually is mine. Is the Cassian show is the one that I'm excited for. So I think it's nice that each one of us had a different answer.
As long as we get Krennic in it.
Yeah.
See, I don't know. Is Cassian? Well, Cassian would be before it, right?
It's a prequel because he dies.
He's dead. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be good.
So, if it has that espionage feel that the rebels having to do the dirty work like they described that not the opening of Rogue One, but when Cassian has to kill that guy to escape and stuff, that's that.
Yeah.
It shows you right away that they're not in a good place and they're scratching and fighting to just stay alive. So I really want to see, man, my voice is. I didn't even have to yell at children today, and my voice is like going. But
no,
I didn't. I think we get a younger.
I think Saul will be in it.
I don't know because. Well, I mean, Cassian did allude to coming across them before because he sort of did know their techniques and way they operated. So yeah, there's a chance. But Director Krennic would be the one that I'd question because Krennic was in charge. Basically, in case it failed, Tarkin put Krennic in charge of finishing up the Death Star, and then if it was positive, Tarkin was going to take credit. If it failed, he dumped the failure onto Krennic. Tarkin had a good plan of how he was going to do that. But if Krennic's in charge of the Death Star, then he would not be the one that's hunting down the rebels. The only reason he comes across them is because they decide to go after the plans.
Yeah.
So I think they'd have a new villain hunting down Cassian and them.
Could be Thrawn. I mean, this should be a connecting show between. Now I know it takes place like 10 years after what would be the end of the Clone Wars or so, but this could be a connecting show between the Bad Batch and Rogue One.
Yeah,
because he was a separatist, and then became something else. So it's hard to say exactly what he might. It's interesting because then if we might. Would we get a new Marv Tarkin?
I mean, I don't know because it could be Tarkin that's tracking him down. You never know.
Because we'd still have possibly even a little bit of a couple characters from Rebels could show up. Maybe the Inquisitors are the ones who are starting to track down them. I don't know. The show sounds cool. I just don't know.
Yeah, and that's what I like about a lot of these projects that are coming out is you've got the Bad Batch, which is right after the Empire is starting or transitioning, and you've got Cassian, and I'm guessing the Lando show is going to have either a lot of it take place or episodes take place in that time period.
Yeah,
we don't know. You hear my voice catching it, just keeps getting it. But I'm interested to see what they do with the Book of Boba Fett, because are they going to have it be like chapters where it's different time points in Boba Fett's story?
I would have thought so,
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Because we're going to see Fennec Shand in the Bad Batch. So have Fennec and Boba met in the past? Are we going to get an episode of them in the past? Is Boba going to appear on the Bad Batch?
Yeah, are we going to get like a 20-year-old Boba Fett now?
Yeah, I bet. I wouldn't doubt that. I would not put that.
Don't tease me like that.
Yeah, because.
And is he still running around with Aurora Singh? Is he running around with,
Aurora Singh, yeah,
Bosk and those guys, or is Fennec a new?
I would think Bosk over, because didn't Aurora Singh sort of stab him in the back in that episode, where I think he'd be more. But Bosk has never really done him wrong,
Yeah.
Yeah, Slave One blow up in one of the episodes.
Well, as far as shows go, did everybody hear that Detours is actually going to come to Disney Plus?
Bloody hope so.
Oh, finally, we're actually going to get to see it.
Did any of you watch the one that was leaked?
Yeah, I loved it.
No, I didn't see that.
Fantastic! It was absolutely brilliant.
I heard good things about it, but I never actually got to see any of it.
Well, and it'll be interesting to see how many episodes they show, or if they just show some, because there are like 46 episodes of that show finished, and so they could break it
canceled it for no reason.
Yeah, well, they got caught up in the Disney
transition thing, right?
Disney's like, oh well, we don't want to make this a joke because we're going to make these 3 movies that aren't a joke, and sadly, it'll make people who hate the Disney sequels happy, because none of those characters are in any of these episodes. It's just the 6 main films. But I can't wait. I hope they put them all out.
I
liked Scuba's comment there about the Acolyte being in church. Yeah. That's funny.
But there's one series that they aren't making, or they might be totally secret about making, which I really want.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, come on, please.
Oh.
And it's so perfect.
Oh.
Signed by the author.
When did that book come out? Is it new?
Yeah.
Hey,
Good morning.
Now there's a sinister twist.
By the way, I got 3 comics today for £1, and 2 of them were Dr. Master.
I gotta go to the comic store.
Poe Dameron, maybe not, but
that Poe Dameron comic's not bad though.
Yeah, there's a lot of
backstory.
So much backstory that they're putting into the comics that should have been in the movies or somewhere else.
Yeah.
The comic clues you into that Poe grew up near a force tree and is force sensitive, and that's why he's such a good pilot. And you'd never know that from the films,
So the tree had an effect on his midichlorians and kind of activated him a little bit?
Something like that, yeah.
Cool.
How's it going, Mike?
I'm doing well.
But it's
Good morning, everybody.
They could have explored so much more, because Finn was force sensitive and Poe was force sensitive. So, if you had gone in a different direction, Rey could have been taught in episode 2 of the sequels. So episode 8. And then in episode 9, she could have passed on that knowledge to Finn and Poe and had 3 Jedi in a sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Everybody's a Jedi.
Everybody can't be a Jedi as long as you're trained.
Yeah.
Well, if you're sensitive enough to the Force, I guess.
That's not how the Force works.
Some people aren't that sensitive to it to be able to control it,
some people are only good enough. Like there was always a hint in Legends that Han was slightly force sensitive. That's why he was such a good poker player.
Yeah, that could be too. Yeah.
So, I mean, once the Metachlorians were introduced into the thing by Uncle George, then everybody has Metachlorians. It's just a matter of how strong you are with the Force, how much you have.
Well, like, I thought it was just like if you can actually tap in to control it. It's kind of like we all have muscles in our legs, but we can't all be gymnastics. You know what I mean? Like, we're not all going to be good at gymnastics.
Yeah, there is that.
But we have the same muscles. So I always look at it like that, you know, like we all have, everyone that has Metachlorians sort of has a little bit of the Force in them, but only certain people with that talent could actually use it, you know?
The M word.
Hey, sleeping.
Hey, sleeping.
Hey, sleeping, what's up?
Hey.
Ooh,
He's got the shirt, yeah.
You know, sleeping.
Yours arrived first.
Sleeping. The reason his arrived first is it was printed in England.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So it was just south of him, and they popped it right up.
See my new helmet, Mike? Who's that?
Wolf.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Believe it or not, Wolf popped up on Amazon the other day for retail price, and I bought one, and then I went to send it a link to my friend Vinny, and it was sold out.
Oh.
So I was
I
like,
almost bought Wolf today in
I saw it.
TVC.
I was like,
online. Someone
I never-
I think it was Untitled Chapter. He had a whole wall of them. They just must be remaking. Oh,
and I never
one.
got this guy when he came out, so I'm ecstatic to have him.
Ooh.
Mike, you might want to check to see if it's doing that microphone thing where it's not
You're a little low.
It sounds like you're underwater. So remember when you were on your stream and it wasn't going through your microphone?
Yeah.
Mark, that Smith's was just packed with stuff. That's
I
incredible.
went again today.
That's amazing.
I
Hey, Baz.
went to the other day. I went today again.
I haven't seen any of those retro figures here yet, anywhere. My order hasn't come in yet. You guys haven't popped on
Mine's still in the box because I ain't got my Mando yet. I could have bought it today, but I didn't get hand.
Hey, Luke.
Mike, earlier we were talking about what we were looking forward to as far as one of the new shows. If you can hear us, what did you think?
Can you hear me nice now?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
You're
And my
smooth
computer
talk.
sets everything back to default. It's so nice. All right, this is talking about Rogue One. I think I heard a little bit of Rogue One as I'm making my cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Well, we were discussing what upcoming shows we were most looking forward to for Star Wars.
Well, Obi-Wan mostly, as long as they don't. It's only a miniseries, so it's only 6 episodes. So that won't interfere too much in the world building and who comes into it and who dies and gets killed off and things. Yeah.
Well,
Maybe that one's probably the best one for me.
6 episodes, but I think it's been brilliant so far.
I've never seen a Falcon Winter Soldier.
Oh, you've not seen
anything Marvel.
Either,
There's a lot. I never saw that Tiger King. I never saw what's that other one everyone talked about? WandaVision. Never saw any of that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Why, Mike? Why? What's wrong with you?
Hey, Space Buns.
I don't know.
It's a busy man. Hey, Sparkle.
Yeah, I almost cried looking at that store. Like, that was the most toys I've seen in.
The thing is, I've got 3 Smiths in the area.
I bet you by the end of the weekend, every YouTuber in England will have gone and just tore those shelves empty. They haven't been able to buy anything in so long.
Yeah, they had everything.
Yeah.
Marvel,
They
Star Wars,
had everything.
Transformers, bloody Turtles, Masters of the Universe, wrestling figures, AEW wrestling figures.
I couldn't believe seeing AEW. Oh, crazy.
You have to tell me which ones you want, Mike, if you want to go next time, and I'll.
Those 2 names I wrote down on the message. Darby Allin, Orange Cassidy. They're two young fellas, never had a figure before. So that's like an up and coming. Like in 20 years' time, those guys will go back and that was my first figure. So they're the ones that projectively will be valuable in the future.
Yeah,
I think they're 20 pounds.
Another tie run today, and I only got one figure for myself. And it was just mainly for everybody that's seen the video and asked me to get things or hinted at getting things.
Howdy, Sai.
Oh, yeah. There you go, Si.
Oh.
There you go.
Nice.
I'll post it on Friday.
Made by Jada. They make some good vehicles.
Yeah.
Sleeping is saying
Giving
Orange
Hot Wheels
and
a run
Derby
for their money.
Orange and Derby.
Yeah, you don't see those two hanging around very often. If you even do see AEW figures around here.
We have none in the shops. Nothing.
I feel bad.
For AEW is the lady they put in this newest set. I can't remember her name, but she's peg warming over here.
Rico, because they messed up her face. R-I-K-O. Yeah. Her face is really long. Her face like she looks
Weird.
like in the picture in the action figure. It's an odd looking figure.
Mark, did you see that? Not Boba there too, but he left it as the paint apps were messed up. Oh.
Ooh, a dodgy boba.
Darby and
That's not
Orange
good.
waved 3 times in the past 2 weeks. I feel really bad because I completely forgot to ask Sleeping what some of the hard wrestling figures were to find. Because the WrestleMania, Shawn Michaels, Chyna, Goldberg, and Edge were all on a display at the one that I went to, and it was pretty much full, and I didn't pick any of them up for anybody.
That Goldberg's a peg warmer now.
This weekend, Baz. The Monday to Friday, I think. That one.
All right, drive safe, Gilster. Thank you for listening. Riho has a terrible skull.
That's it. Terrible skull.
But I think
That
people
comes
are
with a
waiting
women's title.
until she gets clearance to buy it just for the title.
Scuba's
It's
driving.
in wave 2. It's Moxley's got the title. In wave 2.
Michaels.
Yeah, Shawn Michaels.
Goes for double.
WrestleMania, Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, I'm sure. I know that name, so I think, yeah.
Yeah, there were 2 of them in the display that I just walked by. Yeah. Which Shawn Michaels was one of my favorites I watched.
We've got this big wall of wrestling figures, and nobody hardly buys them.
That's what I'm hoping for. I'm going to 4 small towns in Kansas over on Saturday, and I'm hoping each of the Walmarts still has some good stuff.
Well, it's like this figure. Somebody asked me to get it,
That is really.
and I can't remember who actually asked me. And I thought, shall I get it? And I looked. I thought, just in case. I looked on eBay, see how much it's going for. It's like I saw one at £100, one at £60. So, like, you know,
man,
I
Not
thought,
cheap.
well, okay, anyway.
Well, they weren't around for long, and it was one of the few Last Jedi stuff they made.
22nd. I've got the catalogue somewhere. Yeah, 22nd, I believe.
has anyone done the head swap with the 50th anniversary series Obi-Wan yet? Looks perfect.
Ooh.
I don't do anything with my figures because I'm afraid that I'm going to ruin them.
No, I don't.
Right. Salacious was saying I could do like a light blue paint because I have 3 of the new Qui-Gons on the card back, one to open, one to keep on card back, and then an extra one. And he was like, you could do a light blue painting to make it look like a Force ghost of Qui-Gon. And I was like, I don't want to mess it up. I'd ruin that. It would look like Smurf or Blue Man Qui-Gon.
Just do a wash. That's all I have to do.
Yeah, pop a Qui-Gon.
I'm the same way. I'm so nervous about painting or doing anything because the other part of me also says, well, then now it isn't the original figure, and it's just like,
Yeah,
I don't know.
Don't matter if it's a modern figure. Vintage.
Chad sent me a Michaels randomly for a stream. That's awesome.
Nice.
Hey, Andy.
That's the emojis. You can't use them on StreamYard.
Stonewashed Qui-Gon.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of modern, would you class this as modern? I got one here. Is that modern?
Yeah, according to Mark, yes.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Even though it's
18 years old.
Yeah,
18 years old.
16 years old
Yeah.
now.
E Phantom Horn. He's gonna.
That
The
figure
packaging's
is
done.
always,
Yeah, why was that not in a box?
I know, right? That should be.
that figure always pisses me off.
It doesn't fit in a star case. It's almost
When I-
always got that at the top of it because the poor card cannot handle it.
Yeah. It's struggling to hold it out.
When I moved into the shop, I bought all the things that the guy had in there before. So I bought all his stock, and that was there in the stock, but he didn't give it to me as part of the deal. What?
Oh,
So yeah, that always.
you should just. It was Pegwarmers, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's the Pegwarmer of the week.
Get a pair of blue women's tights to make Force Ghost Qui-Gon.
Okay.
No, I got sitting around. Oh, there you go. And that's the other
I
one
don't
I'm
have the
holding.
talent or the time to do that. There you go. Hey,
Mana.
Yeah, I need to get that
the monkey
Amanaman.
lizard. It's a monkey
The
lizard.
Manamanaman.
Manamanaman and a monkey
Little
lizard.
monkey lizard. There he is.
He's holding a dead
That's
skeleton
Isn't
guy.
it? Well, yeah. Yeah.
Was there ever an
He's really
in-canon
nice.
reason for that skeleton dude?
Oh, just to have it. They just.
It doubles as Uncle Owen.
Peru. Yeah.
Oh.
It's,
Too early.
How did a man kill his parents? Kill Ambrose.
Yeah.
Uncle Owen Ambrose.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be Boba.
Herald the Jedi. On the back is it?
This
Yeah,
is
did I-
bad.
Luke
Oh,
and his.
gosh, vintage
Oh, the
brand.
back to tank. Yeah, they got to get the back to tank.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I'm so different. Yeah, you got a point there.
This isn't a bad star screen. It's kind of cool.
That's awesome.
Pretty nice.
Ooh.
Also got that. Anybody have any pickups this week?
I got not a whole lot so far.
We'll go, Chris. You don't have to show everything, Mark. You don't have to.
I'll be online for this.
to Walmart.
Be like Santa.
And as usual, Walmart had a ton of He-Man and a ton of Skeletor. But they also had one Scarecrow.
Scareglow.
Oh, that's one thing I didn't see.
And I'm kind of looking for Orko, but I was like, oh, I'll get him. I love glow-in-the-dark figures. So I
Yeah.
figured I'd get him. And then turned around, and they had Leia.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Oh,
Zoltan. Zoltan.
yeah.
So those were cool. And then I accidentally won something. My comic book shop puts figures on every so often, and I generally will bid on them to try and get the bidding up for them. Well, that didn't work this time, and I won. It happens every so often. So I ended up with 4
Oh.
Power
Lightning
Ranger
Flash.
figures. I had, the red Zeo Ranger
Nice.
and the In Space Psycho Blue Ranger
Oh.
and Zeo Blue Ranger,
Nice.
and then Goldar.
I like Goldar. He's cool.
And I got them for $5 a piece.
Oh.
Whoa, that's a good deal.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
$20 for all 4, and I was like, well, I'm going to make sure they at least get $5 each on them. So I put 20. I was like, surely I'll get outbid. I mean, that Goldar alone, I haven't
Yeah.
seen this in ages. That'll at least get them 20. No, nobody else bid. I was like, they're like, you won that. I was like, meh, okay.
Yeah, that doesn't make much sense. That really should have went for more. Yeah.
Yeah, and it happens every so often.
What's that?
So I want to say thank you to Nathan. So Nathan won the Vintage Collection giveaway that Sleeping did, and thank you again, Sleeping. Sleeping connected, linked my video to my Power Rangers review as the featured video to do the comments through, and I think I gained around 18 or 20 subs just from that. And then Nathan actually won the Vintage Collection figures, the Boba Fett, the B1 battle droid, and then
who was the third one?
Lando.
Was it Orlando? Okay, yeah.
And Nathan said, asked if I had him, and I don't, so Sleeping's going to send him to me. So,
wow.
Yeah, thank you. He said it would be more appreciated in my collection, and he said he doesn't have that focus right now. So, thank you, Nathan. I appreciate it.
It's a good way to stop a focus starting.
There you go, right? Yeah. David McFadden won my contest with the Transformer hardhead in the retro style packaging, and that got shipped out yesterday to David. So, yeah.
What a beautiful little monkey lizard.
I'm surprised he hasn't got that.
Stumler says, I picked up my ex off the floor after she was drunk at Target.
That's how you met your wife? Your wife? Oh, ex. Okay, so yeah, it's got it.
All right, Mark, wanna show off some of the stuff?
Really? Do you want to see what I picked up on Monday or what I picked up today?
I see a little guy in the background there that I like.
Oh, yes. Mr. Yoda.
Mr. Pink Yoda, yeah.
They're waiting for you, John.
Yeah.
Well, I've got my retro collection. It's still in the box because I haven't got my Mando. I did see him today. Smith's had the full Mando retro wave. But I did pick up Prowler.
Oh, yeah. It's a good one.
Cad Bane for a certain somebody who might be in the chat. And I'm going to throw in the layer that came today as well.
Oh, nice.
That's a nice white layer.
I won it for £18 with the blaster.
Oh, you needed the blaster. Yeah.
So the player's spare, so that's going to that person, and he knows who it is. I showed you that again. That's what I picked up today. Most of the things I picked up today was for people that asked me to get them stuff. But it gives me the opportunity to go for a toy run and spend money and go into toy shops again. But the only thing I did pick up for myself was Winston.
Oh yeah, okay.
So I've got all 4 Ghostbusters now. I just need Dana Barrett and Goza. The Terror Dog. So I've got 11 figures to review. So I've got 11 figures of the last 3 days.
I see something else behind you next to the Yodas. Did you not have those 2 little guys?
Oh, some of those. Yeah, thanks, Chris. They're brilliant.
I wasn't sure if you would or not.
Thunderbirds, I go.
Yeah. Oh, amazing. Yeah, I'll show you the 3 figures that Chris sent me.
That retro collection stand. Lovely.
As well as those 2 Thunderbirds.
G-Force.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice, yep.
The Red Sun Superman, which I've been waiting for ages.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, David.
It's one thing you can't find.
Yeah, it's a good one.
And The Witcher, yeah.
Oh, that's cool, yeah.
These actually in the shops over here now.
Really?
Oh, they finally hit you? Yeah. I haven't seen them over here yet in my shops.
I've seen the browner version of him with the trophy. The bad guy. I forgot what the bad guy's called now.
The Wild Hunt. Right?
Yeah, the Wild Hunt. Yeah.
Are those McFarlane?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Yennefer. Need a Yennefer.
Nathan is a great.
Which version though? The original decrepit version or the after she's
Oh, both.
Oh,
Both.
the after one.
both?
I want
No.
the unicorn as well. For the people who've read the books and played the game, you know what the unicorn's for.
Have you seen that interview with her where she talks about how she did that, like how they did that?
Yeah.
Like she had to be trained, like she had to learn how to like make herself all crooked and weird. It was like there's not a lot of CG or effects in there. It's like she did that to herself, and then they had to spend a couple weeks getting her, like she lost a little weight, and then they did she just learned from people who have a condition.
Yeah.
Like how they taught her how to do.
Scene when she comes out.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I need to watch it again.
So much blood.
I need to watch it again. Yeah,
Hey, Southern Comic Geek, how's it going?
Hello.
2020 Legends had over 100 figures this year, and they're already up to 40 figures.
Wow.
Oh.
And we've had how many Black Series? Like 20 at that, if most.
More than usual.
There you go. G-Force will take it if no one else does. Mark.
God, dibs, that look great. Yeah.
It's a good figure.
Yeah.
£100. Hey, John Joker.
Hey, John.
Hey, Mark. So we instead of
John, hey, how you doing, John?
Instead of calling him the real MVP,
Having everybody.
he doesn't like being called the real MVP. I said he's the real MVJ, the most valuable Joker.
There you go. Yeah, there you go.
He likes that a little bit better. It's all good, Jesse. Hope you're having a good morning.
We need to get John on sometime.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping if I move over a state that nobody will be there.
Gary, you did move over to the States. What can I say?
Nathan.
Yeah, I was at 3 Targets, and the only thing I saw at any of them was this Starscream, and it was not a planned buy. I just saw him. He looked so good in the packaging with his style. And I collect Starscreams.
Impulse
so I was
buy.
like, yeah, and I collect Starscreams.
Hey, John.
Starscream and Soundwave. I collect those. So I've got a cabinet of both.
Well, that's another thing Smith said, that every Transformer you could think of.
I saw that. That's
Wow.
a huge section. It was,
Yeah.
I kept rewinding it. I was like, wow, look at that one. Wow. Look at all those vintage figures.
hey, Paul.
Surprise, Paul's Collectibles.
Hey, Paul.
He's surprised to see the linen folded up on the chair behind me.
Oh, pull me up for a second.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, so Paul, you mentioned that you'd seen this in a video.
Oh, look at that.
Oh,
These
yeah,
are
there you go.
Funko sodas. And this is Jack Torrance. They made 12,500 of him. And what it is it's an aluminum can. You take the top off, kind of like a tennis ball thing. And then it comes with a figure inside.
Oh,
Oh,
look at that.
And sometimes a chase figure.
And sometimes a chase. And you get a pog. Well, it's not really a pog. I call them that. You get this little thing.
Oh,
And it says Jack. So unfortunately for this one, I did not get a chase. I did. I think this Man at Arms was a chase. So it's a Man at Arms.
Oh,
And there was an episode where everybody was turned into snake people.
ha ha.
Oh, yeah.
oh
Yeah.
wow.
So-
That's a
You have
special
the
one.
chase.
And then it says, you found the chase. I
Nice.
told Paul that I'd do a video on these eventually, but since he's here, I'd show him that one to start with.
hey, Rebels, Reptiles, and Games. How's it going?
Hey, Rebels.
Another way Funko sunks money out of me.
Yeah.
I need that Jack. Oh, that is brilliant. Wow.
Yeah, and of course the chase is all snowy. It's all blue.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, I went and grabbed my AEW figures because we were talking about it, and I don't know if anyone in the chat knew what they were. So that's my Moxley,
Oh,
Nice.
cool.
and I got two because he
Yeah,
comes
nice
with the
figure.
title belt. Yeah,
Yeah.
John Moxley. Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Pretty good.
They're only £20 as well.
Now,
And on the
was he known as another name in?
Yes, he was known in the other one as Dean Ambrose.
Oh, okay, yep,
And he,
that's
and he was one of the Shield. Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
So he left WWE to go over to this new faction, AEW, but he's been there since the start.
Jack.
Yeah. And there's
Yeah,
Dusty
classic
Rhodes'
Jack.
son.
Yep. Cody.
Yes.
No.
Oh, that one's Dustin, this one. The
Oh,
older
okay.
son.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see now.
Very cool. So I know a bloke who knows this guy. So it's a small world. There's MJF. So that's that one. And the other one I have, you probably saw me open on live stream. The Child in the hovercraft.
Yay.
Yeah, that's funny. I saw like when those hit the stores over here. Every store I went to had like 1 million of them. There was like 2 racks full of them, and now they're
Full
all
cases.
gone. They're just gone. Like I can't find them
How come
anywhere.
they were?
There was
And,
like
B-Wing.
stores had like 30 or 40 of them.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I bought the B-Wing myself to add to my ships collection.
Really nice.
Yeah, I've said in my videos the last things of these we've had in this country were around the time of Solo. So that's the last time we saw these kind of style of characters, what they call starships. Yeah, we'll see the character cards from occasionally, but yeah, the starships never see them anymore. Don't know what happened. They just stopped sending them to Australia. And in my pink car.
Yeah, right. Oh,
Ooh.
is joining us.
X-Wing. It's back to me again. It's John. There.
I think I skipped you, John.
I've got a couple of TIE fighters.
What's John got?
Oh well, we've seen what I got. I got Starscream.
Yeah.
I liked that Bumblebee movie. It was actually pretty good.
I got so it just shocked me. I got Wolf.
Yeah.
He's got his 2 little pistols, which are awesome.
I've got one on the way.
But did you find it also on Amazon that day?
I got it on Mercari for
okay.
It was $2 over retail, but
Yeah, they popped up for like they were like $21.95. So it was I don't know what you paid, but they're $21.95 on Amazon. And I ordered it, and then I copied the link and I went to send it to a friend of mine, and they sold out. They disappeared. So I was like, wow, I just hit it at the right time. And then I got Ninjor.
nice.
When he showed up, I think I ordered him from Amazon, and when he showed up, his box was totally destroyed, like completely destroyed. So I just opened it the rest of the way, and I wasn't gonna open him. I wasn't, but with the box totally destroyed, I didn't care, So I opened him, and I love him. He's great. I really like that you can put all the weapons like on his body somewhere, and that the bow, like the sword, can go where the bow was, So it's like interchangeable. I really like that, so that you can use either weapon, and store the rest. Really cool character.
Nice. Hey, Dave's Dimension.
Yep.
Really cool.
Hey, Matches.
But that's pretty much it for me right now.
Hey, Tez.
Hello there.
I got my full series of Muppets Hot Wheels cars, but they're in the other room. I should have brought them in. They're in the other room. They look great.
Sorry.
That Piggy is hard to get. It is expensive.
Yeah, Piggy. I saw a couple of stores where I was in the back room with the managers and stuff, and they had full cases, and all the Miss Piggies are taken out of all the cases back there. So it's like someone in their back room went through and pulled all the Miss Piggies out, and they're probably selling them on eBay,
Tina's saying they have those child figures on Amazon for like $5.
Ooh.
All right.
Awesome.
All right.
Hey, Tez.
And then what I got Dirge from the Clone Wars. And now I have all of the ones from this group.
First wave.
From the first wave. But
mine's right here.
I don't have the I need the Anakin without his shirt with the tattoos and the sabers. Grievous, the ARC Trooper.
ARC Troopers.
True.
The clones and the ARC Troopers all come in different colors.
Yeah.
on the same card.
Got the basic Clone Trooper. I got the Afra script signed by the author.
Bugger.
It's I'm really liking picking up signed copies of books. I think they're a unique kind of thing to have.
Yeah.
So.
Very nice.
Yep.
Especially if you can get them personalized like that.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
I got.
Hey.
Yeah, good one.
Mission Fleet.
Yep.
Are they on clearance in your country?
Not
No.
yet.
They went from $79 down to $59 on clearance in this country.
Oh.
$59 on clearance.
I did the same thing, Brandon. He
Nice.
did from about a week ago. He showed up. I want to get the Yoda. Got to get the Yoda.
My dirge is over there somewhere in one of those boxes.
And I've been trying to get the realistic looking dirge from that other, what was it, Legacy or something? I don't know what line it was.
It
Saga
was a
or something.
weird line that came out around the same time, and they took the Clone Wars figures from that line and made them look real.
Yeah,
It looks so good.
that
But,
dirge looks awesome though.
yeah, the
But
dirge is cool. I didn't
he
like
keeps-
the Yoda.
he keeps selling for like $100. Every one I watch starts out like $1 or $2, and I'm like, okay, I'll start watching it. And then by the time he sells in the auction, it's like $100. Jeez.
Hey, K&L. How's it going?
Cheers, Dave Boss. Send me a
Kicking
picture.
myself in the- Getting the Diamond Select run of
Those were good figures, yeah.
They're back. Hot Topic has them back in the same packaging, but they've switched a couple of the figures around. But they're the same figures in packaging, and they were $26.70 a piece. So if they haven't sold out, you might check over there. It's almost hot cash time again.
Yeah.
I love Afra.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
No, couldn't tell.
Oh,
You're married to a nerd.
I gotta
Doing
go
well.
get. I might go. I guess I should go tomorrow. Get my comics. I gotta go get my comics.
I've been told I need to come get my comics tomorrow. I haven't been there in about a month, and
Yeah.
if I don't come, I'm gonna regret it because it'll be even more costly.
They don't like it if you do more than a month or so. Usually.
Oh, my guy doesn't care. In fact, his got he works there. He didn't pick his up for almost 3 months, and he ended up with a full short box. And he was like, "Yeah, I wish I need." And he was like, $400.
I had to spend $400 on comics. Yeah, yeah.
He was like, "I just basically signed that week's paycheck over."
oh yeah.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Holy cow.
Did you see the Luke Skywalker biography yet? I saw that book today at the store, and I was like, "What is this?" Yeah, I should have taken a picture of it. Sorry.
Everybody just saying hi to each other. So we're caught up on the chat now.
Okay.
Yep. All right. So besides the Star Wars show that I was wondering if people were most excited for, and after hearing, Mike, that you don't really watch the Marvel stuff,
What if?
Yeah. Future Marvel project you are most excited for. Chris?
Future Marvel.
I'm really looking forward possibly to the new Spider-Man movie. Because if it really has all the crossover stuff that it does, I want to see how they write their way out of that. Or if it leads directly into Doctor Strange. Those two things are what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mark, you said what if?
What if Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, all the multiverse stuff? I'm just a geek for multiverse and alternate realities, alternate universes. Like with the what if, it's what if this happened instead of that? Like I said with Star Wars, the visions, it's gonna be amazing. Just everything that's coming out, we're just so spoiled at the moment. It's just the best time.
Yeah.
John?
It's difficult because, like, if you'd asked me before, I would have said Winter Soldier because I really was looking forward to this show and I love it. But the next thing, Yeah, I love stuff like What If, so I'm almost on that ballpark right there because I really like stuff like that. But yeah, I guess, and then the new Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I guess those are the top two for me. The What If and the Spider-Man that's coming up. Loki's going to be good. You know, I love it all. You know, I love it all so much. It's hard to pick.
It's all connected though, into that's
all
all interconnected.
Hey Seth, Galanorian Saber.
I really want, like, wishful thinking is I really want to know how they bring the X-Men in. I'm really looking forward to like seeing that. I want to see how that gets connected, and I really hope that they go. I mean, I as much as we'd love to see some of these actors who played previous characters roll over into this universe and have them explain them coming from a parallel multi-dimension or multiple universe Earth or something, I still think that for some characters it'd be neat to see their original origin played out in the MCU style, you know, so I mean, there's a couple of stories, if you go way back to the beginning of the X-Men and bring out some of that stuff that the MCU would do brilliantly, I think, and I'd love to see that stuff done.
Okay. Mike?
Oh, we do.
Anything, Mike? Anything at all?
I saw the word Loki on the screen. I think, is that the guy with the horns?
Yep, yeah.
So
have you not watched any Marvel whatsoever?
Oh
no. I saw that I saw Endgame when everyone was talking about it, and because I never watched anything up to it, I just saw it.
You didn't watch.
That's a great way to start. Let's start right at the end.
The culmination of it all. Let's start there.
Yeah.
Were you waiting for like some sort of like
I get that reference.
45-minute previously on the Marvel Cinematic Universe? And then the movie.
Who do you think this cameo is going to be then on Friday? It's racking my brain. It says
I don't care anymore.
It's not been in the MCU yet, but it's a big character. Plus, it's going to be a big actor. They said actor, but it might be actress because they said it's a blonde lady, and then they said it's not. I can't wait till Friday to find out all this.
So
big character.
It's got to be somehow connected to the show then. Let's see here.
It's been in before, and they're not going to be in. Not necessarily not again, but they're not going to get their own.
Thank you.
So it can't be someone like Annihilus because it doesn't really have a connection to this. But it could be Kang, and I hear that Kang is going to be like one of the next big villain, like the next Thanos-sized villain.
Mike's like, I am.
Because Kang, the number one guy that Kang hates is Captain America. So he could be poking his head in this time frame to see what is going on with this Cap and the Shield and all that stuff, you know. So it could be Kang setting up stuff for the future.
Yeah, I've got the book out. I've been trawling through the book and think, what big character's not been in the MCU yet?
Well, it depends on their version of the words, big character.
Yeah.
Remember how we were going to get that scientist friend of hers who knows all this stuff, and it turned out to just be some woman in the military who nobody ever heard of.
Yeah. Yeah, they wimped out on that one, didn't it? They could have got the Fantastic Four in.
Plus, it can't be anybody too expensive. They already had Don Cheadle in the show, so Don had to cost him a little bit. Unless it's written into his contract somewhere. But
of course, they could always pull a fast one on us. Like it could be like Sue Storm or Reed Richards. Technically they were in the other universe. They weren't in the MCU yet, but they want to do a Fantastic Four film, so
maybe it'll be Boner. And we'll know what Boner was doing after the end of WandaVision.
Mike's thinking, what?
Hey, left
Boner.
This wasn't the show you signed up for.
Yeah. It could be Anthony Mackie as that guy who was supposed to be playing in episode 3, was it? Because it looked exactly like it.
Oh,
Brandon Yellow costume.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Wolverine.
Brandon Yellow costume. Was he Bumblebee?
It's got
I-
show as well, and it's got to mean something. That's what's getting me. If they're not going to get their own show, and it's going to be a famous actor playing a big Marvel character that we've not seen before, it's just
I don't know.
See, and that'll roll into one of the movies, is what I think.
Yeah. So what's next in the movie? The next movie is
Brown and
Spider-Man, right? That's the next movie coming.
I think it's Spider-Man, then Doctor
Widow.
Strange. Well, yeah, technically Black Widow, but yeah.
Oh yeah, Black Widow and
Shanzou. Yeah,
Shanzou. So maybe it is something to do with Black Widow.
I mean, it could.
Taskmaster comes back or something.
yeah. We need to get Mike onto the Marvel stuff.
Brandon, that's the same look, Brandon, you had at about hour 5 of our stream.
Hour 5. Yeah.
Not there.
the one after we switched to yours.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
I think Star Wars is going to do that with Dr. Aphra. I think there's no mention of a series or anything right now.
Yeah,
Because
she's
what's
gonna
going to
pop up
happen
in
is
things.
she's going to pop up in one of the other shows. Yeah.
How about Lando? Wouldn't that be kind of around the same timeline? Lando
Maybe, yeah.
She's going to guest star in every single series.
Yeah, right. She'll just pop into a bunch of them, and then they'll see people's reactions, and then go, "Oh, by the way, there's a show in the making," like that we didn't tell you about.
Like the Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah, the Eternals. That's right. We had them cast. We saw the cast for the Eternals.
Maybe it's Angelina Jolie.
There you go. Right, she'll make a
The Eternals.
Yeah, that could be.
Left Coast is saying that it's Goldie Hawn, and that has been rumored because she is actually the mother of Captain America, isn't she? The actor.
Oh my God! I would
Oh.
if Goldie Hawn showed up, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Kurt Russell could show up. He just wouldn't have to have a beard or whatever. He'd have to just look different from Guardians.
Yeah.
Huh.
I'm all for now. That's my new thing. It'll be Goldie Hawn.
That could
How old is that
actually
lady?
be.
I mean, she did
Doesn't matter.
show up as a guest star in his first Santa Claus movie thing at the very end.
Black Widow was supposed to come out before, but there's a reason why they've delayed it till after.
75. Wow.
And she still looks pretty good.
Wow.
Yeah, there you go.
Luke Skywalker cousin.
Look at that. 75. She's 75. Jesus.
So those two are Cap's parents in the MCU, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, but he's already been in MCU, so.
Hey, Muzza.
So have other people.
With makeup and alien
Anyway.
special effects.
So is Chris Evans.
That's amazing.
This way, the whole family's in the MCU. Has what's her name? His sister.
Oh,
You mean Evans has he has a sister in real life?
The guy who's playing
U.S. agent.
U.S. agent right now.
He has a sister. Okay.
What is Goldie Hawn's daughter's name? She's an actress.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, she was in Almost Famous. What is her name?
Oh, yeah.
Martha?
Who is Goldie Hawn's daughter?
Kate Hudson.
Yep, Kate Hudson.
Kate Hudson.
No,
What?
not-
Really? Kate Hudson
Yeah.
is her
Is-
wow.
Kate Hudson.
Is the guy who's playing Cap right now. It's his real sister.
I didn't know that. Huh.
She was up for Captain Marvel, though, at one point.
I like to live with the illusion that
Private Benjamin was early 80s. Good movie.
I wish that the illusion was true, but because my cousin is named Amy, So everyone thinks because I'm John Adams that Amy Adams is my cousin.
Yeah.
And I'm always like, not the Amy Adams, guys. It just happens. You know, and they're always like, can you introduce us to your cousin? I'm like, it's not my real. But I like to live in that illusion. That would be a good illusion to live by.
It doesn't mean anything anymore, but friends of mine used to say they knew Chris Klein, and everybody was confused and thought that it was the American Pie actor. But, luckily, he just kind of faded away. Now I have more followers than him.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
There are rumors of Jennifer Lawrence being Susan Storm as well, so might be her.
Tough spot for Amy Adams. Me too. Now, a lot of us, Chris, you just hopped onto Red Dead with us yesterday, and we've been doing lots of posse stuff. Now, I wanted to ask.
Well, you guys shot me first off as soon as I got there.
Not all of us shot.
I know, and then I killed Chris, and the first person I take revenge on is the guy who didn't even know what was going on.
I ride into that, and I'm like, oh, cool, he looks like the Lone Ranger, and I got shot in the face.
Yeah, I was.
They're all like, who was that masked man? What's funny is, like, I rode into this one area dressed up as the Lone Ranger with my horse Silver. I got a white horse named Silver, and I killed all these bad guys that he was, like, fighting. And then I did the thing where my horse reared up, and I took off. And on my PlayStation, I get a message that says, who was that masked man? The guy looked me up and sent me a message saying, who was that masked man? Silver, hooray! You know, like
Hey, Dave.
Hey, Dave.
So, I wanted to ask, what's your favorite video game or favorite video game franchise? And they can be different answers.
From all of time?
Franchise is Kingdom Hearts.
Oh,
Nice.
Mixes Disney, everything Disney, and Final Fantasy pretty well, which are two great series. My favorite game, these are old school games. One of them's, I got two. One's called Fester's Quest. And it's an Addams Family game where you just run around as Uncle Fester shooting stuff. It has nothing to do with the Addams Family at all, but I love it anyway. The other is called Zombies Ate My Neighbors.
Oh, yes.
An awesome Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo game.
Yes.
And it's kind of like Gauntlet with guns, except you're using like a bubble gun and you're using forks. And those are my two favorite games. My favorite franchise is definitely Kingdom Hearts.
And they put Nintendo characters in, like you get like Super Mario, and I think you got to play Zelda in Kingdom Hearts, right? Or
No.
I mean Link. You got to play Link.
You got to play someone, but not the majors.
Yeah.
They're mostly just Electronic Arts characters, and then Disney.
Square Enix, the
Square Enix stuff.
Final Fantasy. Yeah. I love that. Mark?
Right. Gonna go through time now. But at the Spectrum, the
Pong.
Spectrum.
Mark,
Spectrum.
Pong is not a series. Just one game. Doop, doop.
Spectrum, School Days, and School Days 2, Back to School. You probably won't even know what that is, but I used to play that for hours. When I had the Mega Drive, it was Madden. I had to get Madden every year. Not so much now because it's just too complicated now. Really, just back to where the ambulance used to come on the field and run everybody over. It was just.
Madden is great, but I just want to play football. I don't want to control the price of the hot dogs at the concession stand.
Yeah.
It's an e-sport game now. I mean, like
it's all about collecting cards and getting a team. I just want to play my team. But now, obviously, Red Dead, best game ever. PlayStation, probably Metal Gear Solid. Metal Gear Solid. Oh, what a game. Play it over and over and over.
John?
Well, I'd have to say my favorite
John.
franchise of all time is Zelda. From the very first Zelda on the NES, I mean, I was hooked on that. Zelda NES game, and then the Super Nintendo Link to the Past. I loved those two games. It's like beyond belief. I mean, it was like beyond reason. I loved those games so much. And then I've bought I've bought Nintendo systems. Like I bought the GameCube just to play some of those Nintendo games that were out for the GameCube. I bought the Switch because I wanted to play that Zelda that's on the Switch.
Breath of the Wild.
So it's like I have bought systems just to play Zelda. So and then the other thing is once I get the Nintendo, I always get the newest Mario game because I loved Super Mario Brothers, and then I loved like Sunshine Star or whatever the heck that was, and Galaxy, and Mario, and I loved Paper Mario. That first Paper Mario was just unbelievable. It was so good. And then this new one, I want to get the new one, the Universe. What is it, Universe or something like? Super Mario 3D Universe or something? Like, I want to get the new one, but I want to wait for it to come down in price before I get it. But some of my favorite Star Wars games were the X-Wing and the TIE Fighter one for the PC. Do you remember those from LucasArts? Oh my God, you were in the cockpit, and then like the TIE Fighter, you became the hand. They would put the tattoo on your arm with every mission, and you slowly became the Emperor's right hand, the hand of the Emperor. And I loved that. I remember my friend, I think it was special missions after you did the main story, and my friend Paul and I were racing to see who would get the full tattoo first and become the hand of the Emperor. We were like, and just the whole way that those games were played, and it was some of the first games that you could go online and play with another character, another person. And I had this awesome joystick, and it had all the buttons, and I remember it was just, we spent hours playing those things. I want them to come back out and be in like on the PlayStation or something,
Oh,
Right. Mike?
Is it my turn? This is going to show my age. My first console, Atari XE 3000, had Missile Command. Missile Command was I put a lot of hours into. And then later in life, I got the Master System 2, the built-in game to that, because renting games was like, because you couldn't afford to buy them, because we were poor, we played the built-in game, Alex the Kid in Miracle World.
Yeah.
It's the first game I finished, because when you had to go through the game and collect hearts to live, and if you wasted all your hearts, you got to go back to the start. So that's the first game I actually put enough time in to finish, sit down and just smash that out. Moving forward in life, got PlayStation 1. I think Formula 1 97 was the first time you drive around, and I was like, oh, Michael Schumacher, this is awesome. Yeah, great game.
It was good, though.
And then there's another one, Ridge Racer, which I got some cheat codes off a friend and leveled up that car so fast. Ridge
Racer was beautiful, and we're like, graphics will never get better than Ridge Racer.
Oh, I know, yeah. But...
White power.
And then when I met the missus, we were playing PS3, we were playing Call of Duty, Black Ops 2, and it's the first online game I ever played. First game and we played split screen, which in Australia was very bad because we had shitty internet. Plus, we're playing two screens on a very high, at the time, a lot of graphics. So, like, people were shooting me like a second and a half in front of me, even seeing them. Like, they'd come around corners. Yeah, it's terrible. Yeah, well, bouncing betties, the little explosives you drop down, that's the only time you kill them.
You should have gotten two dingoes to get inside the wheel to keep the internet going.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Got to keep that wheel turning to keep the internet going.
But even to this day, Australia's got bad internet. We got terrible slow internet. Yeah, it's not jumps out. You guys all talk about it drops out and drops back in. Australia's just slow. It's horrible.
Now, I know this is a stupid question and completely off topic, Mike, but now, does your internet just basically move around the border, or does it go across to Alice Spring and stuff in the center? So do you have great wafts of land that just don't have anything, or do you have relative coverage everywhere?
We have the East Coast has probably got the best reception, but even saying that, there's the capital cities on the South Coast were Adelaide and then way over in Perth. But through the middle, I have no idea. I think some of them use our Wi-Fi out there. Yeah, it's not a wired connection; it's a wireless connection out there, so it's even slower.
Wow.
The internet in Scotland's pretty bad because it's all mostly wild.
Oh, ranges.
That's because the Scottish are cheap and almost AOL.
They use dial-up strings and cans. They pretty much do. Yeah.
Well,
because we had an
gets
analog version of. We had analog telephone, and then they upgraded us to something called CDMA. And they said, "Oh no, there's this thing called the internet. We're going to have to rip down this CDMA network, which was fantastic, to put in a digital network so we can have the internet." And they destroyed, something that was worth $500 million. They set it all up and said, "Australia, you got CDMA network," and it was terrific. And then they ripped it all down. What a waste!
Wow,
and now that's why we're stuck between this horrible internet that we've got copper wires that run fiber optics.
There was no way. There should have been a way to connect that system to the internet. That's ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's not
a
how
huge waste
works.
of money.
No, yeah, but
huge waste of money.
Elon's almost done putting all his satellites into space, and once he gets them all up there, you'll have free wireless to satellite anywhere in the world. So
as long as you pay $100 a year or something plus $10 and
oh no, they just came to our area and it's going to be free. They said that if you want the 500 meg speed or less, it's going to be free. But if you want to pay, you can pay $15-$20 a month or whatever to get the 1 gig connector speed.
What?
And it's a little satellite dish. You got to buy the satellite dish. Yeah, that's $100 to buy the satellite dish.
What?
But you stick that up on your roof, and then you just pay. If you want full speed, you pay the 15, 20, whatever it was. And if you don't want it, if you just want to buy the satellite dish and get free internet, you're going to be throttled back to less than 500 megs per second. But Elon wants to destroy. He wants to get rid of all these telecom companies. So he's going to give it away for free to wipe them off the planet.
Why won't people listen to me? He's a Bond villain.
Yes, yeah.
He can do things
Totally.
like, I don't know, drill giant holes through Los Angeles.
Or Dr. Who.
Yeah.
And give his minions flamethrowers.
He does. He gives
the
them
Bond
flamethrowers.
villain.
Yeah, he does.
Sharks with freaking lasers.
Oh, I'm sure he has them.
Weird South African
laser
British
beams.
accent. He's a Bond villain.
So back to the question. For me, my favorite game that I've played is the more recent God of War. It's the first game that I actively sat down and completely finished and platinum trophied.
Those were good games.
Without playing just the PS4 God of War.
Yeah, I played 1, 2, and 3 on those. Those were good games.
Yeah. So the more recent one that's set with the Norse mythology, but my favorite series of all times franchise is Legend of Zelda. This is my letter opener, Master Sword that sticks in a little rock, and I absolutely love it. The first video game I ever remember playing was Link to the Past on a Super Nintendo. So that is probably the first game that I ever beat, and then I've had GameCubes and I had a Switch for a little bit, and I had them to play Zelda.
Yeah.
It'll really be interesting to see what that TV show's like.
I don't know where my picture went. My picture was always right there, and now it's gone.
How about your favorite arcade machine?
Gauntlet.
The biggest arcade machine that I have a memory of is Street Fighter 2. It might have been Turbo Street Fighter 2, because I was in college when that was still out as an arcade machine, and I can remember after class going down to the quad, and there'd be a line of people and a huge crowd around it, and everyone had their quarters lined up on the machine, and they would know. You would just know. You'd put one quarter up to say I'm after so and so, and so they'd go in the row of quarters, and then everybody just took turns, and the guy who won stayed there until he got defeated, and it was always a big tournament. And it was a blast. There's always 30 or 40 people hanging out watching it, and it was a blast. And the quad had someone who knew technology. At the time, I didn't know how you could possibly do this, but he rewired the back of the machine and sent it up to a big. We had a big flat box TV that they set up so that people who couldn't get around the machine could watch the action over there. It was like this giant tube that was like 7 feet. You know what I mean? You remember those giant TVs? Yeah, it was just like those massive TVs. I don't even know how you could lift that thing. It was so big, but probably took 4 people to lift it up on that thing that he had it on. But
that was how Twitch worked before it was Twitch.
That was a blast, man. I mean, just you would spend hours down there just playing after class, and just everyone was just, yeah, oh, did you see that move? No way, like.
Breath of the Wild 2, Metal Gear Valkyrie Chronicles.
Yeah, my favourite arcade, obviously, is a Star Wars machine, but I like Tron as well.
I hated Tron. I could. Well, which Tron? The discs one or the cars? Because we had 2 different stand-up Trons.
Yeah, there was the Discotron one, then just Tron, where you got the 4 different games.
The Tron I could do. Discs of Tron I was horrible at.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, not Discotron. No. Yeah, the Tron with the trackball.
Yeah.
I was way better at Tekken myself. Huao Ring. I'd play Huao Ring and just kick the crap. I would kick everybody with those legs, and my brother was like, "Damn you!" with that freaking kick boxing guy.
There's a series that hasn't had a new game in a while.
Yeah.
Tekken.
Yeah.
The other big one at the arcade was there was one of those like fun zone places. You know how it had like the skee ball and all the other stuff going on. There was probably a bowling alley there and everything, but they also had all the arcade machines. There was one in Rochester, New York that we would all go to, and they had 6 of those cars. I think it was Burnout. It might have been the Sega Burnout game. And there was 6, or Cruisin' USA or something like that. But they had 6 of them in a line, all attached to each other. And we would all we would wait until it was totally clear so all of our friends could get on it. And then we would all race each other. And there was this one oval track that we were all really, really good at. And we would just I remember like you hit that shifter and you'd have to skid the car around the corner, and I'd cut down in the angle and go right past my friend Nick, and he'd be like, "Damn you, John!" And then we're like going around the corner. It was just like a blast because we'd be screaming at each other, but it'd be yelling. They sold drinks there too, so eventually people get drunk and the cars are going all over the place. Oh, that was a blast.
I would have to say my most hated game of all time is either Space Ace or Dragon's Lair.
Oh,
you
never control those.
It was hard to control, yeah.
75 cents or $1 on every play.
Yeah.
No.
And you had to hit that button at the exact second the thing lit up. And if you didn't hit it when that thing lit up, you'd die. You'd burn in you turn to bones and go. Remember, it went poof, and then you go.
Yep. The game was beautiful. Just so many quarters wasted on that.
It's kind of funny because I didn't get around to arcades very much when my
weren't they closed by the time
when they were actually around?
Yeah, I mean, weren't they closed by the time you were born?
Yeah,
that's the one I remember. That's the one I remember. I just saw it mentioned.
Nice.
That's it.
Oh, the Turtles.
That's arcade one up, isn't it?
Yep, Turtles.
Couldn't you play
Simpsons and?
You could play 4 people on that Turtles arcade, couldn't you?
Yep. Yeah, you could play all 4 Turtles.
Yep.
And the joysticks for the colors was the Turtles mask.
Yep.
Gotcha.
I had the Turtles in Time for the Super Nintendo, where you can play as the 4 different turtles, and I love that. But
there's that one piece of pizza, though. When you try to jump from that platform to hit that pizza, you cannot get it. You die every single time. And I watched Angry Video Game Nerd one day. He's like, "Whoop, dead. Whoop, dead. God damn it. Whoop, dead." He goes, "You can't get this pizza.
They're making a sequel to that game. They're making an 8-bitty looking sequel to that called Shredder's Revenge or something like that.
Huh.
Looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, so the one time I remember going to an arcade, it was in a casino arcade that they had, and there was an alien game where it was a survival alien game, and you had to survive as long as you could, and there were face huggers and aliens, and you just had to it
was called Xenomorph, I think.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Because it was aliens, but not aliens.
Yeah,
Just
And then-
not to get sued.
Yeah. And then the pod racer where you sat in it and
Oh,
it
yeah.
was the switches and stuff like that, and you actually pushed them forward. And growing up and being born in '95 and having the Phantom Menace be my first Star Wars movie, it was absolutely amazing to hop on that and then pretend I was driving a pod racer.
Yeah. Yeah, we had that feeling when we got in the Star Wars arcade machine. Oh,
Yeah,
when
yeah.
they start up,
The one that you actually sat
Yeah.
down in. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was so
just
cool.
having the voices in it as well.
Yeah,
That was a
it had
first.
Obi-Wan's voice in it. Yeah, Obi-Wan was like, "Use the Force, Luke."
Red 5 standing by.
Yeah, Red 5 standing by. Oh, Tecmo Bowl was a good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yep, Xenomorph.
All right. Yeah.
Great game. Somebody mentioned R-Type. That was a
Oh.
great side scroller.
I loved R-Type. Yeah.
Oh, Frogger. Yeah.
so
That old.
my grandfather, and I did get to see him a couple days ago, but he works he used to work in a mill, and he's just this super tough old dude that, like, for the longest time, whenever you go to the doctor, they'd say, like, you're healthier than guys half your age and stuff like that. He got hurt or something, and he was staying at home. He couldn't work, and he actually burnt, and he didn't like video games. He didn't understand them. He thought they were a waste of time. But when he was home hurt, he played Sonic on the Sega Genesis, and burnt the background of Sonic into the back of the TV. And he tried to blame it on my aunts and uncles. So that's one of my favorite video game stories. And it's about my grandpa, who just would sit there and he'd play with us, and he'd like try to move the controller and like thinking it would help, and love it.
One second, be right back.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Technobowl was a great football game.
You said you were born in '95, Brendan.
Yeah.
So that means your grandfather could be born in the '50s. Is that right?
No,
Technically. He's older.
no, yeah, because my mom and my dad are both mid to late 50s. But my grandpa's a little bit older. I want to say he's.
Your grandpa's a little older than your mom or dad. Just slightly older.
That's how it works.
I want to say he's 83 or 84.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you guys? Does anyone own the most expensive video game of all time?
Yes.
Maybe.
My wife
Did you
does.
see
It's called
this?
Conker's Bad Fur Day. Oh, that one. Yeah.
Whoa.
Still in the
Oh, yeah.
packet. $660,000.
I've got two of those.
It's unsealed. Sealed and graded.
Yeah, mine's
Ooh,
not
John
sealed.
does.
But
Ooh,
my dad freaked out because he goes, "Don't you have that?" I pull it off the shelf. And he's like, "We got $600,000." I go, "No, mine's played with, Dad. It's not sealed." But he goes, "That's the same cover, though." He goes, "That's the same cover. It's got to be worth like."
He says Star Wars.
Oh, for those of you with PS4s, you might go out and see that Super Star Wars
Star
was
Wars is-
remastered and put on PS4.
Yep. Super Star
One
Wars.
of the best Star Wars games, and now it has save points, which will make it even better.
Oh, I'll have to get the remaster. I got the regular version on my PS4, but not the.
They'll probably do a sale around May the 4th
Mhm.
on those Star Wars games, because I picked up right around Christmas. I got Super Star Wars, Bounty Hunter,
and the Pod Racer.
Yep, Racer,
Yeah,
one Racer. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you give them on the PlayStation Network, can't
yeah. Bounty Hunter was one. Yeah.
Yeah.
It really was, Aaron.
you?
Nice.
Spectrum.
David said
Alien for Spectrum. That was a really good game.
KOTOR.
I always liked Section Z for the NES. I played Section Z to death. That was a good one.
Hey Terry.
Hey,
It's all right.
And Flashback for my Sega Genesis. I loved Flashback. That was such an incredible game.
Yeah, got that. Tez sent me that.
we got it was Gauntlet for PlayStation 1, I think, and it didn't have any save points.
Gaiden, yeah.
And we played for almost 12 hours and got to like level 260, 270, and we were just like, okay, we're done. This game obviously has no ending.
No,
You know, we're going home.
I think Tomb Raider was the first game I actually finished, because all games before then you never finished.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were just go on, yeah.
You carry on.
They were points, basically. Points-based games.
Rampage. Oh yeah.
Operation Wolf was a great game too.
Easy.
Copy of it.
The other one is the track and field game that they barely made any copies of. It's very limited.
Because they made it for that stupid NES Fitness thing.
Yeah,
Nobody bought. So are
I
some
have
of
the I have the regular version that was mass produced for that game, but not the limited special one that was.
Yeah, remember the little robot that they wanted?
I got him.
So
Yeah,
sad. Yeah, a couple of those are worth quite a lot of money too, because nobody bought that robot either.
I got him in all the games that go with him. Yeah, so.
I wonder why they try and incorporate exercise and video games together, because that's something you want to. When you're playing a video game, you don't want to exercise, so you want to sit down and play a game. You don't want to get up. When they brought out the Wii for the first time, they had all those boards and Wii Fits. Hey, look at me! It's like
Yeah.
I can't be asked. I can't be asked.
And
to
even
do that.
even the Wii stuff where you had to like pull back the bow and let it go to play
bow and
Zelda.
arrows.
You're like doing this to play Zelda, and you're like, this just sucks. I can't play Zelda.
Give me a controller. Yep.
Yeah. But eventually they did. They let you switch a lot of games to controller, and you move that stick sideways, and you could hold the stick instead of holding it up and down. You hold it sideways, and they.
Do you know why I think they do that? Is because the people who don't play video games are usually muscleheads, and people who do work out at the gym, and that's their introduction into video games culture. They're doing something, and they're doing an activity. So it's trying to drag those people in.
They're trying to pull them off of their Madden and get them to play something else.
Well, they made Madden for the Wii, and it was terrible. I can tell you that you had to and not throw it at the. It's like that's not how this playing tennis. Yeah. That's not how you throw a football. But
yeah.
Bit like Tez's son.
Right in the screen.
TV.
Oh dear.
Lots of elevators.
I don't believe you finished ET. How did you not fall in the pit?
What on ET? Yeah. And then it's so difficult to get out of some of those pits. You're like blue, 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 blue. Ah, freaking!
Gilster sent it to me in his big package.
Yeah.
And when they were talking about it, I didn't. Yep, Kroll. Yep.
Kroll. Isn't he in The Mandalorian?
I love in your video how you're like, I'm gonna say this right. When you guys were telling me about this, I didn't realize that Liam Neeson was in it.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna give this a watch.
If that wasn't his first movie, it was one of his first. It was really early on.
Either his first or maybe Excalibur was.
Yeah, that's right. He was in Excalibur.
Yeah, it even says
there he is.
Liam Neeson.
Kroll. It's Kroll.
It even says Liam Neeson in one of his earliest screen roles.
Yeah. Now it says that.
Yeah.
If you got the original Kroll DVD, it doesn't say his name because they didn't know who he was back then.
DVD, heck, I've got that on beta somewhere.
Yeah, it's got to be
Resident Evil 3.
Resident Evil was a great series too. I don't like
it. Was yeah.
Do you remember Dino Crisis?
Yes.
Yep. I had Dino Crisis. Yeah.
Silent Hill came out and then Dino Crisis.
Yeah.
Love Silent Hill. Oh.
Yeah.
Brandon, whatever happened to Alien? Did you just stop playing or did you end? Did it have an ending?
No,
got scared.
I'm scared. There's face huggers, and they make me super uncomfortable, and they
Don't
run
play
at
in
you.
the dark.
I don't, but just they freak me out, and I do want to finish it, but I don't know if I can, especially with how into Red Dead I am.
Yeah.
And it's funny because
Whatever.
yeah. I got scared. Like I ended the stream early because one came at me, and I was so distracted with the face hugger, and an alien came up behind me and jammed its tail through my back, and I was just like, I can't manage face huggers and xenomorphs at the same time.
We know what to buy Brandon for Christmas.
Well, and I like the
challenge.
face hugger that Cold Bane Games Aaron has. He's got one behind him, and I've seen the little like life-size, not little, but life-size face huggers, and those don't bother me. And they don't bother me when I watch the movies, but something about that game with face huggers.
Crawl.
So, do you guys still have your first handheld game you ever owned? I have mine.
Yeah.
Astro Wars. No, Blip. I think was the first one. Oh, look at that.
Oh,
That's it. I've got it somewhere.
You got it, Chris?
Yep.
Oh,
Did you ever get the Tron handheld in America?
No, I never got one.
This was awesome.
Did it in
It's
this
like
in the UK, and it was brilliant.
Oregon Trail.
I don't think me and Brandon were born when that was made.
with this.
John, it was either that one was my first, or remember the little Mattel football game?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
It had just little
I really
beeping
want one of
lines
those.
across it. That
Yep.
may have been my first handheld. What's a beta?
I've got Oregon Trail also. Do you want me to grab it?
Love Oregon Trail.
I got the handheld Oregon Trail also.
have you guys heard of the game that they made called Oregon Trail? And it's a zombie apocalypse survival game, and it's in the style of Oregon Trail.
That's
And
awesome.
You make a posse of players, and you try to have them survive from, I think you go from West Coast to East Coast. And along the way, like, strangers will just randomly kill people in your party, or like one of them was like, this person went to go take a piss and didn't see the zombie and got bit on the ankle. Do you leave them behind? Yes or no? And like, it's super funny.
For a second, I thought it was going to be like you are the zombies trying to live through the humans on the way across.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, and your car breaks down, and you have to find repairs, and there are like zombie moose that you have to survive and stuff. It's
Zombie moves.
yeah, yep. It's super fun.
Laser discs.
Let's go. Crossix is asking what Betamax is.
Oh,
Just a better version of VHS.
Yeah.
it actually was better quality.
It's a
Yeah,
better version of VHS.
yeah.
They just didn't market it right.
But
Yeah.
the pornos chose
VHS because
and
it
they
was
won.
cheaper.
Just like
it was
they chose Blu-ray over HD. That's why we have Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Yep, better quality
Like,
tape.
quality, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
But
We let the
Yeah,
adult
it-
industry determine what we watch.
Because they sell so many copies of stuff.
Yeah, they sell so many copies. That's what basically it was. They picked VHS, them, and then like 2 weeks later, Disney decided that they weren't going to make
put
beta
out-
anymore. They were just going to
Yep.
make VHS, and that was the end of it.
Yeah, that was And the same similar thing with the Blu-ray versus
wow.
HD. Disney chose Blu-ray also.
Yep.
And then that one won out. Yeah.
Oh dear.
That game was horrible.
How old?
Oh, that.
How old is the audience?
Yeah.
Which audience?
We don't know how old
Our
you're-
audience?
are. We know how old we are.
Now, see, when you said first handheld game, I thought you were talking about, like, I have a Game Boy Color. I have a
Oh, yeah.
Game Boy Color that I've got. It's
Yeah.
a lime green one with Pokemon Yellow that still works.
Game Boy Color, not even a Game Boy.
Not even a Game
Not
Boy.
even a
Game Boy Color.
What's funny is I didn't get a Game Boy or Game Boy Color either. The first one I got was the flip open. What was the flip open?
Oh yeah,
Advanced?
Game
Uh,
and Watch.
The Advanced? Was it the Advanced?
Yeah.
Nintendo? Yeah.
Advance was the oblong one. Advanced
Okay.
SP was the flip open one.
Yeah, I had the flip open one. The little
Yeah, I
had
square.
that
It
one
was
too.
just a square, and you opened it up. Yeah.
Yeah. Really good.
I-
That.
I
only
probably
reason I
still
got
got
it-
it
Wireless
somewhere.
in it as well. Or was
The
that
hinges-
later on?
The hinges were bad.
They would
Um,
break, if you weren't
yep.
careful. Yep.
The only reason why I got a Game Boy Advance P, the only reason why I asked for it for like a
Star Fox.
birthday and Christmas present was because one of the Kingdom Hearts games, Chain of Memories, came out on that Game Boy Advance SP. And yeah.
And then I've got the DS, the red special Zelda DS one.
Top loader. Noisy.
Well, hello.
Easy. Trying to rewind anything with a top loader. Oh.
Who's that?
What a cute shirt. I love that shirt. That's great.
Oh, he's not happy today. What's wrong?
Are those his jammies?
Got
Usual, babe.
evil.
Just got up.
There you are.
He didn't want to wake up. He didn't want to wake up, did he?
We're getting the
It's 8:30
evil.
in the morning. You should be up. Mm.
Jeez. I jumped.
Hearts Police Academy. Nice.
Police Academy.
You know,
Wow.
Yeah. Hey, Vern.
I just
Yeah,
think
hi,
it's
Vern.
funny that recently Tiger Electronics has been putting out those little handheld things again.
I know. I almost bought that
Transformers
X-Men one
and-
the other day. I
Yeah,
saw
the
that
X-Men,
X-Men and
Little
I was like,
Mermaid.
oh, wow, this looks cool. Yeah.
Well, doesn't that just scream, don't do that, make an app for it and sell the games
I
individually?
know, right? Yeah, that's yeah, they could do that, yeah.
Just why Minesweeper on a phone count.
I remember Minesweeper, yeah. Everyone played that. That was the one you played at work when you wanted to like at all the corporate jobs I had where you had like a desk in like office space. You were in that cubicle area. It's like everyone was playing Minesweeper to kill time.
Snake on the Nokia.
Yeah. Japan was one of the last people to stop using beta, really,
Yeah,
because it was still in for studio use and stuff. It was still superior.
yeah.
Better quality.
Yes.
Big Doug.
I like Dig Dug. I have Dig Dug on my PlayStation 4. I love that game.
I found
I'll
a
have to watch it.
copy of Burger Time the other day and was playing that. That was a lot.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Love
Burger
burgers.
Time was a good one.
Or and Popeye. If you remember the Popeye game where you just ran around and picked up hearts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't remember that was basically all the game was, but it was fun.
I think the earliest arcade machine I can remember is Boot Hill. They got the
Boot
little,
Hill. I don't know that one.
the little guns, and you were
Yeah.
just, it's like two cowboys shooting each other.
Huh.
Is Defender the one where it's like the
A little ship.
yeah,
And
and
move it up and down and go back and yeah.
So many buttons. Just press all.
I always liked Tempest. It had the
Tempest was good, yeah.
Yeah.
You went around that
yeah.
like a different shape each board, and you were shooting down at all the creatures. Yeah.
Oh man, Dave. Yeah, I do. Yep. You had to turn it and then push the button to activate that. That was my dad had that. That was the first cable I'd ever seen.
Wow.
No, we never had that. We didn't.
Miss Pac-Man.
I love Pac-Man. My dentist had, when I was living in the cities, had a Pac-Man and an asteroid arcade that you could play while you waited.
Asteroids, cool. Tapper,
Tapper. Ruby Tapper, yes. Oh,
the space.
fantastic.
Yeah, Asteroids was the only game that I could really beat on an arcade and play to death. I could play Asteroids until it got to the high score wouldn't roll back over. So when the high score hit 999, I think it was like 999900 or something like that, it wouldn't flip to the next number. So it would just lock and the screen would stick right where it was.
But
So I would go to the pizza place downtown. I'd ride my bike down there, play it. And after I did it twice, I showed up another day, and the guy was like, "Stop it! You're not allowed to play it anymore." I hate it because every time you lock that up, I have to unplug it and reset the game. He's like, "It's terrible."
I do remember Bad Dudes because it turned into a game, kind of like a
Yeah,
Double
Bad
Dragon.
Dude. I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, I do remember
Bad
that.
Dudes.
Data East. God, they made some good games.
Spy
We
Hunter.
had Battletoads.
Spy
Remember
Hunter.
Love
Spy-
pinball games.
Pinball.
I'm horrible at them, but
that? We had
I
a
only-
Commodore 64. Yeah.
I had a Buffy the Vampire Slayer pinball game for my PC, and it played it for
Into that.
so many hours. But the thing with pinball for me is that your nose always itches whenever you play it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, because you can't do anything. Your hands are on the side of the machine.
yeah. So you've never had that, Mark?
No.
No, I even get that with Red Dead. When I'm playing Red Dead and we're doing a delivery wagon and I have to pay attention, my nose always itches. It's just something because you can't. I feel like I can't do anything about it.
Well, it's like this, that which must not be spoken. As soon as everybody said you can't touch your face anymore, suddenly everything itched. And you're like, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a Commodore 64.
That was before.
Like, we actually had the Pong game, the white one from Odyssey.
Mhm.
That Odyssey game, we had that game. And then we got in a 20. I still have the photo of when we got one of our 2600s. Because eventually we had
83.
I think we had 3 2600s eventually. Because we got one that the family used. And then someone else gave us one for Christmas like a year or two later. So I took it and put it in my room. But then since I had one in my room, my brother had to have one. So we had to buy a third one because we couldn't touch the family one that was in the living room. So the house ended up with 3 2600s because we had to.
We have Spectrum versus Commodore 64. The Commodore 64 usually took about 15 minutes to load a game.
Yeah, it was
Oh my
funny. Yeah.
God.
Well, then you have the lesser
About 3
systems,
minutes.
ColecoVision and Intellivision.
Yeah, we had a ColecoVision, I think it was, and it was the ColecoVision that we ended up getting was the one where the games were the same as the Atari 2600 games, so that the ones that Coleco actually made, you could play on the ColecoVision and the 2600.
It's a real
I
pinball.
remember being able to switch them, but some of the 2600 games did not work on the ColecoVision, so it didn't go the other way. So we were like,
The Simpsons was the first time I ever heard of ColecoVision. When there's an episode and they say, if you want to plug the ColecoVision into the black and white television, you're more than welcome. That's the first time I ever heard of it.
Yes, I have Left Coast Graphics.
I'm sure he's been to a museum or two.
Oh, come on
In
now.
fact, let's go Coast Graphics thing after saying he doesn't know what a Betamax is.
He said he was kidding. He said he is old.
Oh, was he kidding? All right.
Yeah, he was kidding.
He's most of our ages.
Yeah. I saw some photos on Instagram of Left Coast Graphics the other day when he went to conventions back in the past. Oh, fantastic photos.
Yeah. The first computer-y thing I had was a Timex one, and you put them on cassette tapes.
yeah, there was
It was such a pain in the ass.
Thanks for seeing.
Face scratcher, yeah.
just glue it to the controller. So all you have to do is move the control while you're playing. You just move the controller up and down. And the scratch.
Brandon, why are you going in a circle? My nose itches. Shut up.
Vern was thinking the same thing about me.
Damn it! Now my nose.
See?
Yeah.
Mind over matter.
Oh, that's fantastic video. Jeez.
Wow. So let's had one.
Thank you.
Yeah, Mike makes
Everyone's
some
got
good kids. I think. Yeah, he makes some good kids.
I've had a lot of experience.
Munchman. I loved Munchman. It was a horrible ripoff of Pac-Man, but it was actually more fun.
Did anybody have a TSR-80, the most famous computer in the world? There you go, TRS-80. Yeah.
That tape deck. The tape plays that it squeals and squelches. Yeah.
It's
It
a
sounds like a
famous
dial-up modem.
computer. It's a famous computer because it was one of the first ones that someone could actually get a modem type thing and go on a rudimentary thing through the phone lines, and they were hacking through the phone lines other computer systems that were hooked up in like businesses and stuff. But I think they even got into the government or something. Famously, I think they even managed to somehow get on the government's phone networks or do something crazy. It was very.
Remember that? You put the game on, and then you had the music from the game was actually on a different cassette. Amazing.
Amstrad.
Oh, Dreamcast.
Yes, it was.
The first disc.
I have Dreamcast games, and I never owned Dreamcast. I don't know how they ended up like.
I did too because I bought some, because they were movie tie-ins or something, and so I'd buy a game, even if I didn't have a system for it. When they became Pegwarmers or something, I'd grab a couple.
I'm guessing
I own Sega CD stuff. I don't own a Sega CD. I was Nintendo. I didn't do Sega.
Yeah. I'm guessing we picked them up at a garage sale or something, just randomly. Like they thought it was a PlayStation.
See, I didn't get the battle. Like, I think my friend and I that were both into these video games, we didn't understand why some people were saying, "Are you Nintendo or Sega?" Because we bought both. Both of us bought both. We were like, "Well, we're both." But it just so happened that I preferred most of the games on the Super Nintendo, so I bought a lot more for the Super Nintendo than I did the Genesis. And he was the opposite. He had a lot more Genesis games than he did Super Nintendo. So it always worked out because we could trade games, and
we weren't allowed to have both, but our friends we'd each get one. So like one of us got a Nintendo, one of us got a Genesis.
Yeah, that always worked too.
The parents would be like, okay, now we're going to get a Saturn or, Super Nintendo.
I still have a normal Nintendo Entertainment System, a Super Nintendo, and a Nintendo 64 that all function very well. Then I plug them into one of my old TVs every once in a while, and I'll play the old Zelda games. This past summer, I played Ocarina of Time again, which is my favorite video game. Probably.
I have all mine, even my Atari 2600, and at one point I had them all hooked up because I got adapters that plug into my HD TV, so I can still play them on the big flat screen. Yeah.
Well done with hard work.
just didn't care anymore. You're like, never mind.
Yeah, Phantasy Star and
that's a good one.
Was it Chrono Crisis or Chrono
Trigger?
Chrono Trigger, yeah, that's what. Yeah.
Bulletin board.
Oh yeah, we had a bulletin board for Star Wars. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, there's one still running for Star Wars for the vintage.
The Star Wars Collector's Archive still runs his, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was Gus Lopez. Yeah.
Mm.
Do you not turn around?
There's facehuggers behind you.
House is starting to wake up. And it's 8:45 in the morning. Everyone's ready for breakfast.
Facehuggers behind
you. Mike, there are facehuggers behind you. Sega's Blast process. Is that what they called it? The Blast? I don't remember.
I think I mentioned this on another stream where you guys in the US say Sega, whereas here in Australia we say Sega. It's almost pronounced differently, but it's the same word.
Because that was what we were screamed at on commercials.
Yeah.
Sega.
Well, when you turned on, it's Sega. Yeah.
And they would scream it on the commercial. You're right. Yeah. Sega.
Once again, Australia.
I have a Sega Mega Drive.
Not
That's
Sega.
what we call it in the UK. Genesis is called Mega Drive in the UK.
I've just got my
I want to
regular
find an
Genesis.
Aussie ad.
I never got any of the attachments, but I've still got it up there, and I still got my Super
I would
Nintendo in the
play
box. And
Any Zelda game. I love them all.
Echo the Dolphin was one of the first games I got for that. Yeah, I loved Echo.
Yeah.
Altered Beast is what I got with the Mega
Yep,
Drive.
Altered Beast. Oh, that's a good. I have 2 copies of Altered Beast. I love the game so much. I got 2 of them.
Hockey game. Oh.
It's all right.
Welcome to your doom.
Yes. Wow.
When I go to my grandparents, they like that the red Power Ranger toy that I got the review of. That's where I play with that, and like they're big on playing card games and stuff like that. And I'd always just go play the Sega Genesis. I'd play either Sonic or the Dolphin game, and I had no idea how to play the Dolphin game. I just floated around on the screen, just doing whatever. But That's some nostalgia right there.
There's a game that's due for a reboot of some kind. Can you imagine what an Echo the Dolphin game would look like on a PS5 or something?
Yeah.
That'd be beautiful.
Oh.
And get David Attenborough to come and do some narration or something.
Not enough water-related games.
Thanks, Baz.
Does anyone out there own one of the most famous video games of all time? The Sega Mega Drive Genesis game Zero Wing?
Nope.
No.
I didn't mind any Mega Drive stuff.
You don't know. Yeah, Zero Wing became famous because of the all your base thing, you know.
When is the next round of the Pegwarmers are on the West? Whenever you want to join, whenever you want. I play every day.
I'll be playing after the stream a little bit.
We will too. I mean, my brother and I are going to go out after the stream.
All my challenges today.
I might get out, and then if you guys are going to get on, I got to get everything fixed up.
Yeah. Well,
you own a PS4, right?
Yeah.
It's only 12 o'clock. Let's do it.
Yeah, come on. You got to get out on Red Dead Redemption with us, Mike.
Yes, Mike.
I don't know how to use a PS4.
He's never played a game.
No, it's
all right.
the
Stay at the back with me and Salacious.
Mike's not a cool kid, is he? He doesn't know Marvel. He doesn't know. He doesn't play PlayStation. Oh.
It's a wonder I'm even bloody. There's a lot of fandoms and things that I don't get into. It's strange. But you guys don't watch The Crown or anything. Oh, hello.
The Crown was great.
Yeah, I remember The Crown.
I don't need to watch The Crown. I've watched it the last 40 years.
He lives it. He lives The Crown, yeah. But yeah, if you've never heard of it, look up after the stream or look up tomorrow, sometime this week. Look up All Your Base Are Belong to Us. And it was like an internet sensation. I don't know how people... I hope some people out there know about it.
all Your Base.
All Your Base Are Belong to Us. It was based on the Zero Wing game. And I mean, I referenced it the other day when someone was like, I've got to have all the stormtroopers. I was like, all your stormtroopers are belong to us. You know, all your stormtroopers. And no one got it. I was like, oh boy.
Super Mario Bros. 3. Is that the one?
3. With the raccoon.
With the yellow front with the raccoon tail. Okay.
Yeah, that was a good one.
2 is the one where he's jumping with the blue front, right?
Yeah.
Mike has another segue. Do you know, are there any new episodes of Broken Wood Mysteries coming? Is there a new season of that? Or has COVID kind of killed all film production down there?
I have no idea.
No.
Mike, how can you not? It's a great show. It's a New Zealand show. It's that little island just off to the east of you.
Yeah, I've been there. Lovely place.
One of the few shows that doesn't have hobbits in it, I guess, but it's like Midsummer Murders, but for New Zealand.
Do you know how the UK's got Coronation Street and we've got Neighbours? Over there in New Zealand, they've got Shortland Street, which is their version.
I cannot. What
another
Migo
one there.
dolls? What Migo? Migo? What'd you get?
I saw a couple videos today of new Migos out. If anybody's seen that, have you seen that DeForest Kelly? Sad. It looks just like him, but I mean, he is white, like white.
Whiter than Scarlet in the G.I. Joe line.
Yeah, super white. And then there's Young Frankenstein ones are now out. The new Planet of the Apes are out. There's a new Frankenstein and new Wolfman out.
Oh,
there was what else did I see?
Do you have the Willy Wonka? We've got the Willy Wonka.
I haven't seen the Willy Wonka yet, but I'm hoping those are out in the new series.
25 Aussie dollary dues. I saw it on the pegs. It's a new one that we've got on there. Ultraman's on the pegs too.
I got my Swamp Man, my creature from the Black Lagoon.
Cool.
That's cool.
And he hangs out with the Gorn. Hello, welcome to Gorn Television, where we cover all things toys, vintage and modern. He's got his radio mic right here, his plant microphone, so he can talk. I'm taking over for Usual Mike Television. This is the latest on G.I. Joe.
and Gorn related products.
Yes.
Dead Horse Redemption.
Dead Horse Redemption.
New Horror Amigos are fantastic.
Yeah,
That's
the creature's awesome. I mean, like,
Oh.
look how cool he looks. He's got little like cloth like things on him and awesome hands, feet.
How about that?
He's so cool.
I saw the Hellraiser today, and it's £40, so I left it. I thought,
Pinhead?
Yeah, £40 though, so I'm like,
Wow.
Your horror Migos are fantastic. Have you noticed that the Migos themselves don't have the seal on them? What the heck is John doing?
Oh no!
Taking over with the aliens. Yeah, the Migos don't have the symbol on them to say they're under 20,000 now. You know, the little gold seal on it?
Oh,
The new
yeah,
ones
that's
don't
right.
have that on there. So that they're actually mass producing more than they were.
Oh.
Because only limiting to 20,000 per character, and now there's no seal on it, so it's gone.
Maybe it'll finally be easier to find. I never have found the Kirk and the Spock and the Khan.
Yeah.
Oh, the Spock. I think I might have the Spock.
Sometimes.
Meh.
Not yet.
I mean, is it out? Is it out? I mean, is there one out right now, or are you saying it's coming in 2023?
It's coming in 2023.
Oh,
Is it if it's a JJ verse movie, I want nothing to do with it. I don't like the JJ verse. Don't like the Discovery. Don't like the comics.
He's Dr. McCoy. More Dr. McCoy than.
I didn't say I didn't like the cast. I just
it's
don't
coming
the cast
for
is
you,
good.
like.
But the mystery box storytelling element is just horrible. It doesn't go anywhere. And then when you open the box up from JJ, it's like it's a terrible story in it. Oh, thank you, darling.
There's a story. It's more like a box that you trade for what's behind the curtain, and then there's nothing in the box.
Nailed it. Target exclusive Joes this year.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope so. I want them to load them up. They're really limited. Really limited.
No, like prisoner.
Yeah, I did the toy run on it yesterday.
I didn't see that.
Yeah,
Not the Aussie version of Prisoner. Oh no! Sorry, darling, you can't.
That's
have that.
another one that there's a version. That's another one that
Sublocate.
there's a version in every country, right? Because it started. I think it started in the UK, and then we got an American version of The Prisoner, and then you guys got a version of The Prisoner. It's another one of those shows that everyone got a version of. Like,
no, Prisoner Cell Blockage is nothing to do with Prisoner.
Yeah, just imagine Lizzie Birdsworth.
Yeah. Very iconic, though.
I understand having to keep certain things as a mystery, Luke, because of the internet and how. Can you imagine the internet with Empire Strikes Back? We'd all have known.
oh yeah, that would have been spoiled. Yeah.
It would have been spoiled horribly. But there doesn't need to be. This movie doesn't have anything to do with Khan. It's not Khan. It's not Khan. It's not Khan. I am Khan. No, you're not, dude. You're Sherlock. Get over it.
Yeah, but Khan
doesn't figures come with lens flare.
Indian.
It's all gone.
And I liked Benedict Cumberbatch in like his performance, but it was like, don't say it's Khan.
You know how to fix that? I can fix that movie for you. He wasn't Khan. He was Khan's second in charge, who just said he was Khan. And then at the end, when they said there were like 80 other people or whatever, and you zoom in on one of those tubes, and it's a Ricardo Montalban inside, and that's the real Khan.
Yeah.
And that's how you fix that movie.
They're waving. Say they're waving.
You can fix everything.
RoboCop as well, so.
The usual, baby.
He looks so angry.
Looking forward to seeing you.
Careful. He's trying to get my empty coffee cup because he can rattle this like a...
Pegs. Where's everything? I don't know. I can't see from the JJ figures. Are there G.I. Joes? No.
People laughing.
Shadow Khan.
God.
Yeah. Chris.
Yeah.
So between Chris's treatment on the JJ Wrath of, or what was that one called? Into darkness.
Darkness.
There you go.
Yeah.
So between your treatment on that movie and Salacious's movie idea for the toy hunting serial killer that is loosely based off of John.
No, it's not loosely based on anything we know. Come on.
Or can prove in any court.
I'm gonna have to get ready to go, guys.
All right.
Bye, Mike. I think we're all
Thank you for having me.
soon, right?
Yeah. Yep. We're gonna wrap it
later.
up. So thanks. See you, Mike.
See you all. I hear you.
Need to see the Toy Hunter movie. We need to make it happen.
Working on the pitch at the moment.
Yep.
So good at it. It's really good at the pitch. So yeah.
We could make a creative, like we could each film different parts of the movie and try to put it all together, and it could be like a movie created during the pandemic from all different places on the world. We could get Australia, Canada, United States, UK. We should do it. Long distance movie making. I don't know what you're talking about. You just watch the way he plays the game when he plays Red Dead.
But why? Why are you doing this? You bent the card. It's not mint.
Yeah, you bent the card. It's not mint.
Aaron and I spitballed a movie about a southern Boba Fett named Bubba Fett.
I actually know Bubba Fett. He was in the Mando Mercs. I've met Bubba Fett.
Boba Fett.
He was on my podcast, actually.
No disintegrations. Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. I can do whatever. You know what? Some things have just happened. I can't help it. And then as the stock boy goes into the back room, the shadow just follows.
Yep.
Falls over the boxes. And you open it up.
Oh, he's going after scalpers.
There's no Miss Piggies in the box. Where are the Miss Piggies?
He's scalping the scalpers.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. Yes, you do.
Some of us are easy targets. Some people just get mad and shoot people who had nothing to do with things.
I was playing with two friends.
Now that he's not here, I don't think. Oh, yeah, he is, because he just talked a minute ago. Who shot Sleeping? Because it wasn't me and John. Who shot Sleeping as soon as he popped up?
Oh, it had to be Salacious.
No, I don't think it was.
Oh, was it Brandon? Look at his face. It was Brandon.
No.
Brandon only kills donkeys.
No.
The Meth Star.
The Meth Star. No, he did not, but that's funny.
You may shoot him when ready.
There's no crossplay, sadly.
No.
No, there's no crossplay on that game.
Yeah.
That's funny.
All right. Well, let's wrap up this this first Wednesday episode of the Pegwarmers. Thank you, everybody who stopped by. We were north of 45 for most of the stream, and what's up, John?
This is Gorn Television signing out. Thank you for watching, and please stay off the streets, as that accident on I-43 is still causing backups.
Have we decided a time for Saturday's stream?
Was it the same time? 5?
Yeah. 10 p.m. for me.
Okay.
Eastern, 4 your time, Brandon.
All right,
I
yeah,
have to
because
remember that I'm actually moving into a new time zone for part of that day. So I'll try and remember and try and pop in from the car.
yep. So
Oh yeah, that's right.
so that stream will be on John Super Awesome Geek Show's channel.
Subscribe to John.
Yep. And Jesus.
So mine pops out, Brandon.
Yeah, I do. Yep. I had it for a while, and then there were too many issues, so I got rid of it. But
Just don't give it any powers if it takes over.
yep. Because this.
That's just normal, John.
See you, Clone Ranger.
Hey, Clone Ranger.
Thank you, guys.
No problem, Left Coast.
And Chris,
Yes.
happy birthday, mate.
Thank you.
Oh, is
It's
it?
your birthday in this country.
Yeah, it's
That's
Future
true.
Man down there.
Woot.
Yep.
Congratulations, mate.
Thank
Still
you.
not-
Happy birthday for
Wow.
tomorrow,
Join
then, Chris.
You joined the big 50 club.
Yeah. I'll pop on for an hour or two tomorrow afternoon. Just say hi and all that. But yeah. And the AARP, they're tracking me down. My YouTube
They already are.
showing me AARP commercials before like half of my videos. And now my Facebook has an ad in it. They're like, how do you No,
They know your birthday, man. They know your birthday.
I'm late.
my discount at Denny's, that's that's cool.
They're coming
All
after
right.
you.
Before we talk about old people stuff. Thanks, everybody. Have a good
My
night.
bones are aching, Eddie. My bones are aching, Eddie. We better get indoors.
You kids get off my street.